Good morning. I'm Devin Stone. I'm glad you're all here this morning. I am a partner and co-owner in Construction Programs and Results, markupandprofit.com. This morning we're doing the latest in our 20-minute webinar series, and our presenter is Brian Javelin with My Online Toolbox. With that, Brian, I'm going to let you get going.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Video SEO marketing is just a wonderful opportunity to help brand your company as well as generate more leads. And the key thing to always understand is that anyone, whether you're a painter, plumber, electrician, remodeler, roofer, can understand and easily master all online website marketing tactics, including video. And it's your only, and I repeat, only 24/7 by 365-day marketing opportunity that lives on forever. The problem is too many lead generation companies are laughing their way to the bank while contractors are sitting idle with their own websites and their own online marketing. And what we're here today to do is just have you quickly understand how the new algorithms from Google give you an easy fighting chance without much effort to generate leads. So let's begin. We just recently had a webinar, which these are available separately, that every picture helps tell a story. And in your case, as a contractor, every job helps tell a story to help you create more dynamic content for your website. But more importantly for this webinar is video itself. Video is so easy for you to master. And remember, the number 3 website on the planet is YouTube, which is owned by the number 1 website on the planet, which is Google. And in this particular case, of course, I'm just quickly promoting before I move into the remodeling world, one of my contractor website videos, which we're going to show how it works for me, as well as how other videos work for contractors themselves. So when I'm engaging people to be applicable to this particular webinar, if you type in, don't leave the webinar to do this, but if you type in contractor website SEO, you're going to find different listings, and you're going to see a lot referencing My Online Toolbox. But remember, first look at the search results, and you'll notice, more importantly, those search results will start with the word web, which is highlighted right underneath the word contractor on the top left-hand corner. But then if you go to the right and click on images, this is the equivalent of how contractors, all the different pictures that show up relating to my service show up, but this is the same equivalent of how contractors will have pictures of their own jobs, whether it's roofing, remodeling, paving, pool jobs, it really doesn't matter. But then as we scroll to the right, you'll see videos, and this is where we are today, video website marketing. And in this particular case, we need to realize that you'll see a whole bunch of different examples of marketing videos that will come up by me, and I hope you look at them at a later time. But also, I'm not perfect, and I love to actually make fun of myself when I make mistakes. I'm going to come back to this page to show you that even me, who's trained, I go very quick. I keep my marketing alive, but I do make mistakes, and it's right there in front of you. We'll come back to it later. But now let's get to what you're all here for today, which is leads for contractors. And on our website, we have a much more elaborate example where if you come back to the product info and you'll see review new web page, we have 2 separate remodelers who have recently created highly optimized pages using video. And I just want to quickly say one of them is for Sugarland Kitchen Remodeling, the other one is for Mill Creek Kitchen Remodeling, and you'll be able to see all of the dynamics, including how video helped them get to the top rankings. But where it all starts for a contractor today is, first, get your YouTube channel today. It's free. And the first question you'll ask yourself is your website address or your domain name available? And what you want to do is, when you open up a browser, you're going to type in www.youtube.com/your website address. And the key thing to remember is don't use .com, .net, .biz, or any other extension. You want to use your company name. The .com or .biz is just an extension for your website. You're looking to brand who your company is. And in this particular case, I just put in my contractor website address here, which there is no YouTube channel for that. So up on top left-hand corner of the browser, it will say 404 error not found. That implies that the name is available. Unlike if you type my name in, you're going to see a host of videos that are there that are all organized for contractors. And if you do get there, please remember to subscribe to the channel so as we upload more videos to teach people how to generate leads using video, their web pages, testimonials, you're going to get an automatic alert to see that that video has now been loaded. But what you want to do is first get your channel. After you get a channel, you then want to link it to your website before loading any videos. The channel has its own identity. Your website has its own identity. You want to tell Google that this YouTube channel is for this website, and you want to tell your website that this is the YouTube channel that's been connected to it. And you're right, once you've done it, you'll see that your website will be inserted on your YouTube channel when you do it correctly. Now, when you're creating videos, always remember you want to target a particular web page that the video will support, whatever the specific topic may be. It might be a particular service, it might be a particular location, it might be a particular customer testimonial. But before a video is shot, you should in your mind know specifically what particular page the video is going to support. And keep in mind, video is not a big production, the way you have to have a big camera over your shoulders or anything like that. We're only just talking about a smartphone or tablet in your hand, nothing more, nothing less. But the secret again for generating leads is to be a marketing director and think, where is the video going to go once it's been recorded? Don't worry about the quality. Nobody cares. Keep in mind, and without being condescending, we are all just in the contracting industry. It doesn't take much to stand out in front of everybody else simply because you're doing something, number one. And number two, once you have a general direction of where you're going, the quality will be okay. And of course, I want to guide you to make it as professional as humanly possible, but it's really not that hard at all. Just remember, where is the video going to go before you shoot anything? Now, going back, in my case here as an example, I have this webinar going on today, and I plan to have the webinar package to go to one of my web pages. I already have the web page that it's going to support. And in this particular case, most of you came to either the Markup and Profit website to sign up to the webinar, or you responded to one of my newsletters and you signed up on the bottom left-hand corner for today's webinar. That particular webinar is going to be replaced with the video. So I already know the direction of where the video is going, and when I load the video onto YouTube, there's going to be a strategy of the connection to help my SEO marketing efforts. And for you who are brand new and don't know me, you could also choose that other little friendly button on the right-hand side just to get started, to help get a jump start. And of course, that's my little 15-second marketing pitch. And then moving on. Marketing with video begins even before you load anything onto YouTube. You change the file name of the video to represent what is it to Google and YouTube. Keep in mind, we're talking about very smart search engines, and they're trying to figure out every which way to figure out what is a video for, what does it represent, how should they index it in search. So instead of loading a video like my video dot whatever, MP3, whatever the extension may be, think of the video title, the file name, as telling Google underneath the sheets, what is this before I even say one word about the video. That is a little behind-the-scenes tactic. Keep in mind, that goes the same for video, for pictures too, which we covered in our previous webinars on how to label pictures with the file names before they're actually loaded onto a site. In this particular case, here's a great example from a company called Full Service Property Management, where their video, if you see here, if you look at the title up on the top left-hand corner, the web page talks about a place called Federal Way Property Management, and when you look at the video itself, right above it, it also has Federal Way Washington Property Management. The video is supporting the web page is supporting the video. This particular video was done by me. Once the customer understood all of the theory of creating a good video, and he asked me to do it, and that's a separate topic, but once I did it, then the customer was able to create his own. So if you go to the same particular full service property management and look at his Skyway page, he actually did a video himself, and the key thing is, without studying the actual quality and the exact comparisons of my video versus his video, he used some tools, and more importantly, when he loaded it, he did it perfect for SEO marketing to generate leads. Eventually, someone's going to ask us, hey, Brian, can you tell me what type of tools did he use? I really like the idea he came up with, and it's just a secret, so unless you're listening right now, you would know to go back to my website, and in the section where we review website video, Peter did not mind sharing with his peers exactly the two tools he used in order to create a wonderful quality-oriented video to support his web pages. Now, remember, just in case you forgot, which I said 5 minutes ago, remember the file names need to be changed before they go to YouTube. Once you load them onto YouTube, the biggest, most important thing that I could yell at everybody is remember the title is the same importance as a web page title tag. It's out of the 10 things I could talk to you about videos, it's the most important one. That's what defines, like in this case, the video I used for the content webinar we did a few weeks ago where it says Contractor websites, free content ideas to generate leads. That was done very strategic, but when it came into YouTube for the first time, it came in Contractor -websites -free -content, and I had to know to remove those hyphens, that the file name was different than the title that people will see publicly. And the same thing goes for these two people that I'm referencing on my other pages that recently did video production to support their pages, where they were very conscious about how to load the title and make it perfect for SEO marketing once they loaded it. Then comes, going back to my little duh, where I made a mistake. If you notice here, I told everyone to search for Contractor website SEO. And what you'll notice is, look at where on the bottom right, where the S in SEO is the only thing visible. Then you go to wonder, well, why is this video being shown at the bottom? This is a classic example of how you're able to see the difference of where, as SEO was better placed in my title, Google is making very strong decisions. They liked my video. It was decently optimized, the one on the bottom, but it wasn't as optimized as the ones above it. So this is the way, a great visual to understand. In this particular case, I'm doing so well that I'm only competing amongst myself. So I dominate these particular pages. But the average contractor is going to be competing against companies such as Angie's List, Service Magic, Yellow Pages, and on of all the people that want to sell a lead and an ad to a contractor. That's where the strategy of how to load a title will work directly to your benefit, which I'll show you in just a moment. So here, another topic is the video description, not the title itself. And what I tell people, I can't go too long to deviate in my own 20 minutes, but treat the video description very similar to the way you would treat what's called a web page meta tag. What you see in bold in front of you is what comes up as part of search, that where Google's making decisions on where exactly the actual placement of the information is going to go. Everything below it, where it says, like I'm looking at Sugarland Kitchen Remodeling Contractor, and then it says interested in kitchen remodeling, view a complete Sugarland job, that is what's called the video description, or the equivalent of a web page meta tag. That is helping a consumer actually make a decision to click on that particular image or video, but it's not part of search itself. So in your mind, just remember when you see the video description, if you treat it like a web page meta tag, and I have separate links on how to have a strategy on how to utilize that, just be aware that they go hand in hand. One helps search, put it in front of your eyes. The other helps a user click on it to come to your web page. Now, let me show you a wonderful, wonderful example of everything being done right. This particular customer, called Vanguard Home Designs, has everything on a particular page, from the top of the web page address being perfect, the title tag being perfect, having just the right amount of content where Google would say, wow, this particular page has a lot to say. It also has pictures, and more importantly, it has a wonderfully crafted video. And this is the one where, whenever we like to watch all those commercials online, reviews you could trust, I'm not going to get into whether we believe you could trust them or not, but I could tell you this. A video testimonial from a customer is massively advantageous for SEO marketing, as well as reviews that people really will trust. plus an added bonus that I will get to in a moment. When you come to this page, you would realize that the strategy is to keep your website alive. Alive, alive, alive gives you uniqueness where Google will see that you're unique and push your entire web page and website up in the rankings because you have something to say. When you utilize your home page to talk about changes on your site and additions and changes, it's unbelievable what will occur. Case in point, by the way, if you need help on this, I also have a website calendar that helps people remember how long they should go by with making a home page change versus an addition or a change. But when you go to Vanguard Home Designs, you're going to say, Brian, where do I go? And I go, just go to his homepage. And you'll notice he has, just like I have recent news and other new topics about the webinars, he has recent jobs. And if you look at it slowly, it doesn't say check out the recent job here. It says Manhattan, Kansas window replacement. It's done strategically to bring up the page. And what will happen is Google saw it, and lo and behold, when I typed in those words and went to the videos, sure enough, who's in the #1 position? There is a competitor right below him, and he just found out last night that there's this competitor there. But when you look at the whole entire page, there's his company, a competitor, his company, his company, his company, his company. And even more important was the web search. When I went to the regular web search, I was happy to see that not only is his landing page and his home page there, he's right above people that we love to talk about all day. Home Advisor, Service Magic, you're fired. You're below Vanguard. You want to go to Super Pages, you're fired. Angie's List, you're out of here. Yellow Pages, you're gone. But you know what? The customers are finding him all the time. By the way, that's me. And sorry, Donald, I got to take credit for this one. But in any case, I wanted to show here is why he is so busy. When the local community is looking for window replacements in Manhattan, Kansas, they find somebody locally to reach out to, and all of the lead gen companies, they're there. They're fighting to be up on top, but they're now below him. That is the reason why, in addition to being a good business guy, he's also a smart marketing person in order to get the leads, and this is what we're trying to bring to your attention. Key points. Remember, the algorithm change for 2014, it's really simple, everybody. Content marketing. Forget everything to do with SEO, and I don't mean forget it, don't use the tactics, but you have the power. You have real artwork. You have testimonials. You have pictures. You have video. Without it, everybody's dead in the water. With it, and you surround it with a little bit of SEO strategy, it's unbelievable how you're easy to compete and beat all of those other companies I just showed. So the pictures, as well as the video, as well as the testimonials, provide regular helpful content specific to your audience. And by the way, this comes directly from Google. Also, on the third bullet point, you have freshness or signs of things that your site is always moving forward. The biggest dormancy is at the killer, just sitting there waiting for something to happen. Add a little bit. Add a couple of pictures. Add a little story for those pictures. Add a video. Add a testimonial. Your site is alive and Google sees it. And then right in the middle comes social signals. Well, guess what? When you're able to put a video out there, it's amazing, which I can't show you all right now, how people share those videos. If you ever look at all the people taking selfies and videos and sharing them, what's the worst that happens? Somebody gives you a testimonial on video, and then they say, would you mind me sharing it for a few thousand people? What do you care? It's the holy grail of viral marketing that people love to do once they've been actually seen online. So keep in mind, there's a difference. The majority of you are salespeople. You're not marketing people. You tend to be looking to close the deal today, but what we need you to do is think 3 to 6 months out. Make little changes today, and then those leads will start coming in 3, 6 months, 9 months down the road from the efforts that you do today. And remember, it's your content. Everybody wants to figure out a way how to trick you to give it to them. I say put it on your own site and learn, take a moment on how to optimize it properly to benefit you and only you. Here's the summary. Remember, get your YouTube channel for free. Link the channel to your website. Always remember to target a web page that the video will support. Change the file name of the video before loading it onto YouTube. Remember that the video title is as important as the web page title tag. Treat the description like a web page meta tag. I simply couldn't go fast enough to organize more, but the things that I'd love to be able to help anybody after this webinar are the tags for keywords, embedding it into a web page, which a kid could do in less than 1 minute of training, and understanding the value of what happens to that video when it's loaded for social sharing. Also, for anyone else, remember, I do have a well-packaged overview on how to take a job, and any job, to create new pages, change existing pages, and get homepage support. So you could too, just like Vanguard and those other companies that I referenced, be ahead of all of the lead gen companies simply based on the work that you're doing today. Make as much money as you can. I hope you do. But leverage that information that you have in your fingertips in order to generate more opportunities in the future. I'd like you to, if you want to automatically follow along, in addition to subscribing to the YouTube channel, just like us on our Facebook page and homepage. You'll get automatic updates. I encourage you to also, I do have close synergistic relationships with two firms. One is the moderator of this webinar called Markup and Profit. Nobody has bought their book that has never been having a life-changing event, whether they make more money or run more efficiently. Also, Closing Success System really teaches people how not to compete on price and increase your value. My name is Brian of My Online Toolbox. I'd love to help you all out either on website, marketing, or software, and I thank you all for the 20 minutes of your time.
Thank you, Brian. That was great. Thank you all for attending, and have a profitable day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.